Good morning, student. I am Joginder Kumar. This is the second video of the chapter 5th, Pastoralist in the Modern World, class 9th. Here we will discuss the different pastoralist communities of India, their location we will see here, and also how their life were affected by the British or the colonial government. That we have to start. Yes, in the map you can see the location of the different pastoralist communities. In the north, Jammu and Kashmir regions, you can see the Gujjar Bakkarwals. In Himachal Pradesh, Gaddi community is seen. In Uttarakhand or the Uttaranchal area, Bhotia, Sherpa, Gujjars, Kinnoris may be seen. Banjaras are found in the different parts of India. These are found in UP, MP, Haryana, Rajasthan, also in some parts of the Maharashtra. In the western area, you can see here in Rajasthan, the Rakas communities live here. Maldharis are lived in the run of the Kutch. Dhangars lived in Maharashtra. Kurbas, Golas lived in the western Deccan Plateau regions. In also there are other the Monpas you can see in the Arunachal Pradesh. So many other communities live in India. You can see these are the Maldhari community. These are the herders, means rear their cattle like the sheep and goats. These are the Maldhari live in Kutch ki Ran of Gujarat, Run of Kutch. Now we will see how their life affected by the colonial rule. The colonial rulers wanted to transform all grazing lands into cultivated farms. This was necessary to increase the land revenue. Additionally, increasing the cultivated land was necessary for increasing the production of jute, cotton, wheat, which were required in England. Wasteland rules. Under these rules, uncultivated lands were taken over and given to selected individuals. The expansion of the cultivated lands resulted in the significant reduction in grazing grounds. The Forest Act. Under these acts, many forests were declared reserved. Pastoralists were not allowed in the reserve forest. Some other forests were classified as the protected forest. They could not enter in many areas, and entry to some other areas were restricted. Some communities were declared as the criminal tribe. The nomadic people were viewed with their suspicions by the colonial rulers. Many communities of the craftsmen, traders, pastoralists were classified as criminal tribe under this act. They were forced to live in the notified villages. Only the police officials kept a watch on them. Grazing tax. It was calculated on the basis of per head of the cattle. The tax rate went up rapidly and the tax collections system was made more efficient. The right to collect the tax was auctioned to contractors between 1850s and 1880s. These contractors tried to extract as high a tax as possible to recover their investment. The changes in the lives of the pastoralist. The availability of the pastures land decreased drastically. This resulted in the continuous intensive grazing of the remaining pasture. Unlike in the past, the lack of seasonal movement of the pastoralist did not allow time for the natural restoration of the vegetation growth. This created a shortage of the forage for the animals. Forage means पशुओं के लिए चारा, खाने पीने की चीजें. Forage for animals, and animal stock deteriorated. Most of cattle died due to the shortage of fodder. How did the pastoralists cope with these changes? Some of the pastoralists reduced the number of the cattle, their herds. Some others discovered the new pastures. For example, when the Rakas could no longer move into the Sindh after the partition of 1947, they began to migrate to Haryana in search of new pastures. Some rich pastoralists began to buy the land to settle down and gave up their nomadic life. While some of them became peasants, some others took to more extensive trading. Poor pastoralists had to borrow from money lenders in order to survive. Most of them finally lost their cattle and sheep and became laborers. They began to work in the field of the small towns also, and their life affected badly. You can see in the pictures, without the grass, livestock malnourished. Now we will see pastoralism in Africa, but in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day, student.